Yaman. Is fame worth the cost? A deep dive into his personal struggles. What really happens when the cameras turn off? When the glamorous lights fade and the laughter of admirers grows faint, what is left behind? These questions are not just rhetorical musings, but rather, they're the gateway into the enigmatic life of Yaman, a figure seemingly living a life many dream of. But what if that dream was a nightmare in disguise? Lost in the modern labyrinth, the disappearance of Yaman. Behind the velvet curtains of stardom, where fame sparkles in the spotlight, lies a world of struggle and internal chaos. Yaman's journey has been a saga of battling demons within, trying to navigate an increasingly treacherous labyrinth. Fame is a two-edged sword, as captivating as it is dangerous. Yaman, a star at the center of attention, has found himself caught in this maze, teetering on the edge of self-destruction. Is it possible that a life seemingly drenched in glitz and glamour can also be marked by emptiness and confusion? A shallow lifestyle or a trap set by the world of fame? While fame brings with it power and privilege, it also comes laden with challenges that are often unseen. Yaman's life illustrates how fame can be just as confining as it is liberating. He has been adored by millions, especially with an unwavering base of elder female fans who would go to great lengths for him. He has lived nights enveloped in the excitement of glamorous parties and fleeting relationships. Yet, these very indulgences have pushed Yaman towards a deeper abyss, leading to a destructive lifestyle. At the forefront, he appears to be intelligent, charming, and athletic, the image of the perfect celebrity. However, beneath this exterior, a different story unravels. His upbringing was one of complexity and adversity, which has undoubtedly impacted his ability to forge meaningful relationships. Raised by a mother who struggled alone and a father who lived rebelliously, Yaman's own rebellion seemed inevitable. The brokenness of his family life has deeply impacted his approach to love, trust, and emotional intimacy, a void that even his vast popularity cannot fill. The struggle for identity amid popularity. Yaman seems to believe that youth and physical charm can last forever, but what happens when the physical begins to fade? The illusion of immortality, one that is inevitably shattered by time, is one that Yaman grapples with as he continuously strives to maintain a facade of eternal youth. Despite his athletic build and his seemingly limitless confidence, it is becoming increasingly evident that the toll of his lifestyle is catching up to him. The deeply lined wrinkles, the carefully tousled hair, and the deliberate styling of half-buttoned shirts, these are more than fashion choices. They have become masks of a man trying to cling onto a fading identity, much like a performer whose stage persona has outlived its purpose. His arrogance, once interpreted as self-assurance, is now only serving to distance himself from others. Alienated from both his closest friends and from himself, the man who was once adored for his exuberance now appears lost in a maze of mirrors, seeing countless reflections but failing to find his true self. The paradox of admiration, a fanbase that both lifts and chains. In this maze, there is a strange paradox. On one hand, Yaman's intense fan following, particularly the older women who lavish their love upon him, acts as a safety net, a constant source of validation and warmth. On the other, this intense admiration shields him from reality, trapping him within a false sense of security. The adoration of these women has insulated him from the need for true self-improvement, allowing him to ignore his own internal struggles. The superficial admiration that surrounds Yaman may have created an illusion of perfection, but when the lights dim, superficiality isn't enough. True fulfillment requires depth, and this is where Yaman's dilemma lies. He has all the outward markers of success, but lacks the genuine inner peace that no amount of fan adoration can provide. The broader problem, the pressures of modern success. The struggles Yaman faces are not unique to him. They reflect the immense pressures the modern world places on individuals, especially the young. The world of social media, with its filters and its illusions of perfect lives, has trapped countless individuals in an endless cycle of desire. The desire to appear attractive, successful, and happy. Yaman, unfortunately, has found himself caught in this vicious cycle. The culture that idolizes material wealth and social status while ignoring the depth of human experience has created a labyrinth that many, like Yaman, struggle to escape. The constant need to look good, the expectation to remain relevant, and the burden of appearing successful have led to an existence filled with alienation rather than connection, emptiness instead of fulfillment. The trap of social media and celebrity culture. In the age of Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, celebrities are not just entertainers but social influencers. Yaman, too, has found himself propelled into the limelight of social media, where every moment must be documented, filtered, and presented to the world. But is this really living? Or is it just a curated, scripted version of life? A facade that hides the real struggles, the pain, and the fears? Social media has played a dual role in Yaman's life. On the one hand, it has amplified his fame, allowing him to connect with millions of fans worldwide. On the other hand, it has also created an immense pressure to constantly be on. This need to maintain a perfect image 24/7, an image free of flaws and vulnerability, has created a bubble that keeps Yaman disconnected from reality. He is forced to smile for the camera even when his heart is heavy, to post uplifting messages even when he feels lost. The reality of always being in the public eye has denied him the space to be himself, to feel his emotions, and to address the inner turmoil that seems to be consuming him. The glamorous images on social media hide the loneliness and the struggles of an individual desperately seeking meaning. In an attempt to live up to the expectations of fans, Yaman has lost sight of what truly matters: authenticity, emotional well-being, and a genuine sense of self-worth. His perfectly curated social media presence has become a prison of expectations, one that grows heavier with each passing day. The illusion of control and the fear of vulnerability. One of the most striking aspects of Yaman's journey is his illusion of control. He believes that if he looks perfect, acts perfect, and portrays himself as perfect, everything will be all right. But life, as we all know, is far from perfect. The need to appear invincible has stripped Yaman of his ability to be vulnerable, to admit that he is struggling, that he is lost, that he is in pain. The fear of showing vulnerability, especially for someone who is constantly in the public eye, is what has led to the creation of a persona that is becoming increasingly difficult to maintain. Beneath the polished exterior is a person who is struggling to keep his head above water. The constant need to put up a brave face, to look strong and confident, has led to a deep-seated exhaustion that can no longer be ignored. Yaman's struggle is not just about fame. It is about the very human fear of not being enough, a fear that drives him to keep pushing, keep pretending, keep living a life that is becoming increasingly devoid of joy and fulfillment. The danger of a never-ending performance. Living life as a performance has its consequences. The lines between reality and the performance become blurred, and soon, even the individual can no longer differentiate between the two. Yaman's life has become a constant performance, a show put on for the world to see. But behind the curtains, when the cameras are turned off and the applause fades, what remains is a person who feels empty and lost. The pressure to constantly perform, to live up to the expectations of millions, has left Yaman drained. The persona he has created, the confident, charming, and seemingly invincible celebrity, has taken over his identity, leaving little room for the real Yaman to exist. The real Yaman, with all his fears, insecurities, and dreams, has been buried beneath layers of pretense, and the weight of this facade is becoming unbearable. Is there a way out? Reclaiming life before it's too late. So, what can Yaman do to reclaim his life before it's too late? To step away from the fast-paced, uncontrolled chaos that defines his current existence, he must first make a fundamental change. He must recognize that the admiration of fans, though comforting, is fleeting, and that the peace he is searching for can only be found by looking within. He needs to distance himself from the superficial relationships and disingenuous friendships that surround him. True friends are those who encourage growth, not those who bask in the reflected glow of celebrity. Yaman must let go of the applause that is only there to satisfy the masses, and instead listen to the voice within himself. It is only through this inward journey that he can hope to find a deeper and more lasting happiness. He must start by acknowledging the truth that he is struggling, that he is lost, and that he needs help. This is not a sign of weakness. It is a sign of strength. Admitting vulnerability and seeking support is perhaps the bravest thing he can do at this point. By doing so, Yaman can begin to shed the layers of pretense and reconnect with his true self. A fallen star. The warning that is Yaman. The current state of Yaman serves as a warning. This man, once a symbol of charm and youthful energy, has begun to show the signs of the toll that superficiality can take on one's life. His transformation from a beloved young actor to a figure plagued by arrogance and disconnection is disheartening to witness. Yet, it serves as an important reminder. The emptiness that comes from relying solely on external validation is a deep void that can never be fully filled. For Yaman, accepting that youth, beauty, and fame are fleeting could be the key that unlocks a more fulfilling future. Rather than becoming yet another casualty of the modern obsession with superficial success, he has the potential to evolve, to become a symbol of resilience and authenticity. But this requires change, a deep, real change that will help him escape from the suffocating labyrinth of expectations. The importance of authenticity and connection. To find true fulfillment, Yaman must focus on authenticity and connection. He must learn to connect with others on a deeper level, beyond the surface-level admiration that his celebrity status brings. Genuine connections are not built on fame or charm. They're built on vulnerability, trust, and shared experiences. By allowing himself to be vulnerable and open, Yaman can build meaningful relationships that bring true joy and fulfillment. Moreover, he must find ways to reconnect with himself. In the rush to maintain his public image, he has lost touch with who he truly is. Taking time away from the spotlight, engaging in activities that bring him joy, and seeking professional help to navigate his inner struggles could be the first steps toward healing. It is only by reconnecting with his true self that Yaman can begin to live a life that is not dictated by the expectations of others, but by his own desires and values. Conclusion: beyond the glitz and glamour. Yaman's story isn't just the story of a celebrity. It's a cautionary tale about the pressures that society places on all young people. What appears to be a life filled with glamour and excitement is, in fact, riddled with alienation and loneliness. The question is, will Yaman find a way out of this labyrinth, or will he remain trapped, just another lost soul in a world that values appearance over substance? Only time will tell if Yaman can break free from this cycle and truly discover who he is beyond the image, beyond the fame, beyond the adoring fans. He must choose whether to remain a lost star in this dazzling world or take the steps necessary to truly shine, not with the artificial glow of celebrity, but with the genuine light of a fulfilled and self-aware individual. One man, lost among countless mirrors, surrounded by admirers. But will he find himself before it's too late? This is the story of Yaman. And in its reflection, we see the dangerous allure of modern fame, a story that holds a lesson for us all.